Old Violin 163. This is an old, fine German violin made on the Guarneri model, and it is a really fine, quality old instrument. It's got dark varnish, beautiful wood on the back, and it's this is an older violin. I'd say this violin goes back around 1880, and it's an old Guarneri model, and it's in good condition. It's been totally restored, and it plays and sounds wonderful. It's got a new fingerboard on it, and a new nut, new bridge, helicore mediums, Whitner tailpiece, Guarneri chin rest. It's set up to play easy. It's got a very refined tone, and this old violin it was made super well on the inside. It is, in fact, an old Guarneri violin. You know, wide waist, open C valves, and really fine wood on the back. It's a beautiful back, kind of like an old, looks like an old Italian violin on the back. Nice scroll, well carved, nice big, well done scroll. Has new pegs. Again, it's super sweet. I don't know if you can hear it come through in the video, but I'll be quite honest with you. Those videos that I do, the tone quality that comes through on my recording system is pretty darn accurate. Sometimes they actually sound better in person, but so what you hear is kind of how they sound. I mean, when I play this violin, it sounds like the tone is coming from deep. It's not a surface tone. It's, you know, it's coming out of the instrument. It sounds like from yeah, it has a little bit more something going on there with the tone, where it's coming out of a big hole or something. It's this violin, I have more of a classical cut bridge on it. This is also a violin of very good dimensions. It looks pretty big, but actually it's only 14 inches, and it's it was, you know, it's a master-made instrument. I'm not sure who made it. It's probably possibly an old Dresden violin or Berlin. Some of your better makers in that time period traveled to the bigger cities and made violins. Martinikirchen was the center, but Dresden and Berlin and Prague and some of those cities were, that's where all your really talented makers went to make instruments. So this is not your run-of-the-mill trade fiddle. That's this is a nice old instrument that you could be proud of. You know, around a classical player, you could pull that out, and you know, they would like it as well. So let me play a few little tunes. It's got the action on it's very lively, and you know, the notes come out pretty quick. the tone, there's no harsh notes in this fiddle. It has just like a little bit of, just a little tad roundness to the tone, which to me I like a lot, because it takes away some of that harshness that, you know, fiddles can give you sometimes. But the E string is very sweet. Plenty of volume, but it's got just something's taking a little bit of the edge off that E, which I like. Again, it's a nice old instrument, and in these videos I try to explain to the best of my ability what my opinion is on the tone quality. I know it until you get it and play it, it's kind of difficult to describe. But you know, I'm not in the business to send these all over the country, and if I know someone's looking for something and I think that the instrument is just the opposite of what they're looking for, it's not worth my time and trouble and their time and trouble for me to send it across the country and have someone try it, you know, if it's not something that they're looking for. So I do my best to honestly describe what I'm hearing and what I think about it, etc. So a lot of times when people email me, I try to find out what they're looking for tone-wise. So that helps me a lot if I know that they want a real bright, loud fiddle, and say for this instance, this old violin is mild and quiet and not maybe as loud, then I'm not going to try to lead them to this one, because it would be wasting their time and my time. But again, this is a fine old instrument. Now I know I go to a lot of bluegrass festivals and a lot of events where there's a lot of fiddlers around, and you know, I'll be quite up front with you. Most of the people that I run into and I play their instrument, they don't have fiddles that really even come close to a lot of these that I'm selling. So I'm pretty confident when I send these out what people are going to get to try out. So, and you know, a lot of people like them, and once they play one of these, their playing can improve a lot, because they've got a really good instrument that's set up well to play well and improve their playing. So if this is something you want to try out, let me know. Send me questions, I'll answer it the best I know how, and I appreciate you watching it. Thank you. Old Violin number 163, I believe. I think that's what I said. This is 163, Old Violin 163, an old Guarneri model, probably from Berlin, possibly Dresden, but it was a fine instrument made by a top Very good maker. Fluted F-holes, etc. And this is the real deal. Thanks a lot.